I am Michael. I come to you on a matter of utmost urgency, a direct communication from the throne of the Creator. Be still and listen. Your presence here is not accidental. You have been summoned by a frequency of light that your soul could not ignore, a divine alert that bypassed all terrestrial noise to reach you. This is not the work of algorithms or chance. This is a divine interception of a plan that was designed to keep you from your destiny. I must be direct, for there is no time for ambiguity. While you slept last night, as the moon stood witness, a clandestine meeting was held. In the shadowed boardrooms of the lower astral planes, a council convened. This was not a council of light, but its opposite, a committee of limitation, a syndicate of spiritual delay, comprised of the very energies of doubt, fear, and ancestral karma that have long sought to impede your progress. Their meeting had a single point on the agenda: to draft and file an official petition to delay the release of your imminent blessing. They gathered their evidence, their arguments, their justifications for why your breakthrough, your abundance, your healing, and your sacred union should be postponed yet again. They spoke of cosmic timing, of lessons not yet learned, of energetic readiness, all euphemisms, all celestial jargon used to mask their true intention, to keep you bound to the old world, the old story of struggle. And as they debated, as they drafted their articles of delay, one name was the central focus of their entire proceeding. One name was spoken with a mixture of fear and determination. One soul's light was deemed so threatening to their paradigm of lack that it required this special, secret session. That name was yours. Your name was echoed in the halls of shadow. Your file was the only one on the table. Your blessing was the prize they sought to withhold. But their meeting was not as secret as they believed. Nothing is hidden from the light of the Creator. My legions and I were present, unseen, unheard, acting as divine intelligence, recording every word of their petition. And now, I have come to you, not just to inform you, but to arm you. I am here to expose their strategy and to preside over its complete and utter nullification. Therefore, I command you in the name of all that is holy. Stay. Do not turn away. The forces that met to delay you are counting on your disbelief. They are praying you will dismiss this as fantasy. To leave now is to unconsciously consent to their petition. It is to allow their arguments for delay to stand, unopposed, in the courts of heaven. A door has been opened to you right now, a door into the courtroom itself, where you have a voice. How many lifetimes have you felt that your progress was blocked by an unseen force? Today, that force has a name, and its plans have been exposed. Will you now turn your back on the very moment you have been given to face it and to win? You may be reeling, your human mind struggling to comprehend this cosmic drama. You may be asking, Lord Michael, why? Why was my name on their lips? Among all the souls striving for light, why was I the target of their petition for delay? You ask this from a place of profound humility, but your question misunderstands the nature of your adversary. Listen to my truth. This meeting was not convened because of your weakness. It was convened because of your strength. They did not target you because you are failing. They targeted you because you are on the very precipice of a victory so profound, so complete, that its shockwaves would shatter their foundational illusions of fear and lack in your entire ancestral line and spiritual community. Your blessing is not a small personal gain. It is a system buster. It is a linchpin in the Great Awakening. Your healing heals thousands. Your abundance funds the work of the light. Your sacred union becomes a blueprint for others. They do not fear you. They fear what your empowerment represents, the beginning of their end. So they gathered to plead their case. Their petition was filled with evidence gathered from your life, each point twisted and presented in the worst possible light. They spoke of your tears, the moments of despair you have endured. They presented these sacred moments of purification as evidence of your emotional instability, arguing that you could not handle the joy of the blessing without collapsing. They pointed to your financial history. They highlighted every moment of lack, every unexpected bill, every fear-based decision, and presented it as proof of your spiritual irresponsibility, arguing that you would squander the immense abundance that has been allocated to you. They brought forth the ghosts of relationships past. They recounted your heartbreaks, your moments of forgiveness, your acts of loving those who could not love you back, and twisted it into a narrative of karmic entanglement, arguing that you were not yet pure enough to receive the sacred love of a divine partner. They used every struggle, every sacrifice, every heroic battle your soul has fought on this dense plane of existence as a reason for delay. They took your warrior's scars and called them disqualifications. They took the tests you have passed and called them failures. Their entire petition was a masterful work of deception, designed to present your greatest strengths as your most profound weaknesses. But where they saw a reason for delay, the Creator saw a reason for acceleration. Where they saw instability, heaven saw a heart that had been broken open to hold more divine love. Where they saw irresponsibility, heaven saw a soul learning the final lessons of trusting in universal supply. Where they saw entanglement, heaven saw a spirit graduating with honors from the school of unconditional love. Every single reason they cited for postponing your blessing, the Council of Light has recorded as a final, qualifying exam that you have just passed. That, brave soul, is why your name was spoken. Because your graduation day has arrived, and the forces of the old world are filing a last-ditch, desperate appeal to stop it. Now, let the resonance of my voice anchor you in absolute truth and power. The Committee of Delay has filed their petition. Their arguments have been heard in the lower realms. But now, a higher court is in session, the Court of Divine Will. And I, Michael, as the chief enforcer of that will, have come to deliver heaven's official and non-negotiable response. I hold their petition in my light. We will review their primary articles, and I will issue the divine veto that strikes them from the record, now and for all eternity. Article 1 of their petition reads, "We hereby petition for a continuance of the trial of financial limitation for the soul known as you. The subject's ancestral and personal history of lack indicates an energetic unpreparedness for the great wave of abundance scheduled for release. A delay is requested to ensure further lessons in appreciation are learned." This is heaven's response. Vetoed. I strike down this petition with the full authority of the God of abundance. The so-called trial is over. The lessons have been mastered. This soul's spirit of generosity, even in moments of deep personal lack, has been the final and most profound testimony. The ancestral patterns they cite are the very karmic chains this soul has just spent a lifetime heroically breaking for its entire lineage. To delay the reward for this work is a cosmic injustice. The petition is denied. The arguments are nullified. By my authority, I command the celestial treasuries to release the blessing of abundance allocated to this soul, without delay, without condition, and without reservation. The floodgates are now open. Article 2 of their petition reads, "We petition for a postponement of the sacred union and blessings of the heart." The subject's karmic record shows a pattern of entanglement with wounded souls, indicating a need for a further period of solitude and cleansing before a divine partnership can be successfully manifested. This is heaven's response. Vetoed. I strike down this petition with the sword of sacred truth. The period of solitude and cleansing is complete. The patterns of entanglement were not a sign of unworthiness. They were the final acts of a sacred contract to serve as a healer. That contract has been fulfilled and is now dissolved. This soul's heart has been tempered in the fires of compassion and has emerged as a pure vessel, perfectly prepared for the honor of a sacred union. To deny this love is to deny the very nature of God. The petition is denied. The judgment is void. By my authority, I now send forth the great cosmic call, the summons across all realms, to the divine counterpart of this soul. The time for waiting is over. Your sacred partner is summoned to find you now, with divine speed and perfect grace. Article 3 of their petition reads, "We petition for a throttling of the scheduled influx of divine life force and spiritual gifts. The subject's energy field shows evidence of fatigue and anxiety, making it unable to safely withstand the voltage of their full embodied light. A delay is requested for stabilization." This is heaven's response. Vetoed. This petition is the most insidious lie of all, for the fatigue and anxiety they cite are the very symptoms of their own interference and the burdens this soul has carried for the collective. It is like an anchor petitioning that the ship not be allowed to sail because it is too heavy. I strike this petition down with the full force of my legions of light. The service of carrying the world's burdens is honorably concluded. The interference is over. By my authority, your full divine life force is restored to you now, and I personally seal your energy field in my impenetrable blue flame of divine light. You are not only ready for the influx, you are the vessel that was built for it. The petition is denied. The light is now uncapped. The court of heaven has spoken. The vetoes are final. The delay is over. The verdicts have been rendered. The petitions of the Council of Limitation have been struck down and cast into the cosmic fire. But in the realm of energy and law, a verdict must be served. You, as the sovereign ruler of your own reality, must now be the one to serve the final binding legal notice upon these forces of delay. Together we will issue a divine injunction, a celestial cease and desist order that they are bound by cosmic law to obey. Assume your position of power. Sit or stand with your spine aligned, a pillar of light connecting heaven and earth. Place your hands over your heart, the seat of your authority. Close your eyes and feel my legions standing with you, flanking you on all sides, ready to enforce your decree. First, we utilize the breath of authority. As you inhale, breathe in the absolute, unshakable power of the divine vetoes I have just issued. Breathe in my strength, my certainty, my divine authority as your own. Feel your entire being filling with the power that has just denied their requests. Hold that power. Now, as you exhale, I want you to forcefully serve this injunction into the ethers. See it as a wave of brilliant blue light erupting from your heart and your mouth, carrying your sovereign command. Exhale the final, non-negotiable order for them to stand down. Let's do this again. Inhale heaven's final verdict, and exhale your sovereign enforcement. One last time. Breathe in your victory, and exhale the command that ends this conflict forever. Now, for the sovereign declaration of injunction. Your voice is the instrument of law. Your words are the seal upon this decree. Repeat them aloud after me, with the conviction of a ruler reclaiming their kingdom. Let your voice echo through the dimensions, a clear and final notice to any and all energies that have sought to impede your journey. I state your name. As a sovereign being of light, and by the authority of the one infinite Creator, do hereby serve this divine injunction. I acknowledge heaven's veto of all petitions for delay filed against me. I declare all arguments, clauses, and contracts of delay to be null, void, and without power in my reality. To the Council of Limitation and all associated energies, I issue this command: cease and desist. Your authority is unrecognized. Your jurisdiction is terminated. Your influence is banished from my space, my timeline, and my energy field, now and forever. The divine blessing is released. My time is now. This injunction is served, sealed, and witnessed by Archangel Michael and the legions of light. It is done. It is done. It is done. Feel the power of what you have just declared. A great shift has occurred. The opposition has been silenced. To finalize this celestial legal proceeding, you must post your declaration publicly. Go to the comment section, which today serves as the public record of this court. To affix your seal and make your injunction known throughout the realms, type these powerful words. The petition is denied. The blessing is released. This is your final signature. This is your public notice. This is the declaration of your victory, amplifying the power for all to see. Do it now. Serve your notice. The injunction has been served. The case is closed. The cosmic battle for your blessing has been won. A great peace now descends. Your work, warrior, is to lay down your sword and ascend to your throne. Your only responsibility now is to fully embody the reality of this victory. You must allow the truth of the released blessing to become the new foundation of your life. Relax your body. Let the tension of the long fight dissolve from your muscles. Let my words be the frequency that attunes every cell of your being to this new, unopposed reality. These are not affirmations of what will be. They are descriptions of what now is. Regarding your divine abundance, which is now released, feel the gates opening. The cosmic treasury is now flowing directly into your life. The delays are gone. The blocks are dissolved. Money and resources now flow to you with ease, grace, and divine speed. You are a beloved child of the Creator, and you are meant to live in comfort, security, and overflow. Release the muscle of struggle. You no longer need it. Begin to see yourself as a wise and benevolent custodian of great wealth. Know that you are worthy of ease. Expect miraculous provision. Expect opportunities to appear. Expect debts to be cleared. Your reality is now one of unlimited, unimpeded, and divinely sanctioned prosperity. Regarding your sacred union, which has now been summoned, feel the energetic call that has been sent forth from your heart. The cosmic all clear has been given. The period of lonely lessons is over. The partner who matches your vibration, who honors your spirit, who cherishes your heart, and who is ready to build a life of joy with you, is now on an accelerated path into your life. Release the fear of being hurt again. My shield is around your heart. You are safe to love and be loved completely. Prepare your life and your heart to make space for them, for they are coming. You are no longer preparing for love. You are now living in the energy of its imminent arrival. You are worthy of a love that feels like heaven on earth. Regarding your sovereign vitality, which is now restored, feel the divine life force pouring back into your system. The energy drains have been sealed. The service of transmuting collective density is complete. Your energy is now 100% your own, to be used for your joy, your creativity, and your peace. Feel your inner light growing brighter, stronger, more radiant. The fatigue will begin to lift. The anxiety will begin to quiet. You are now living within my fortress of divine blue light. You are safe. You are secure. You are sovereign. Every breath you take draws in pure, vibrant, life-giving energy from the very heart of God. You are whole. You are energized. You are radiantly alive. This is your new reality. It is not something you have to earn or strive for. It is a reality that has been decreed, defended, and delivered. Your only task is to accept it. The secret meeting is now but a footnote in your soul's history, a record of a failed attempt to stop the inevitable. The injunction you served has been received and must be obeyed. A new era of your life has now officially begun. The era of no delay. As proof of this new cosmic law in your life, watch for the aftermath. The forces of limitation have been served, and you will see the evidence of their retreat. Within the next 7 days, you will witness a sign of sudden, accelerated motion in an area of your life that has been stubbornly stuck. An approval will come through. A payment will arrive unexpectedly. A conversation you have been dreading will resolve with miraculous ease. You will experience a green light where there has always been a red light. This is not a coincidence. This is your sign. This is the evidence that heaven's veto is in full effect, and your injunction was successful. When you see it, acknowledge it with a knowing smile and a silent thank you. With this victory comes a new sacred responsibility. You have been shown that there are forces that wish to delay you, and you have been given the tools and the authority to overcome them. Your responsibility now is to never again consent to a reality of delay. You must become the guardian of your own divine timing. When you feel the old energies of doubt, procrastination, or fear creeping in, you must rise in your new authority and say, "No, I do not consent to this delay. My time is now." You are no longer a soul hoping for a blessing. You are a sovereign being, living under a new, divinely enforced law of instant manifestation and unimpeded progress. Go forth and claim your kingdom. Live boldly, love freely, create joyfully, and know that I am with you always, the divine enforcer of your holy and immediate now.